Hey everybody, welcome back to San Diego Market Movers. I'm your host, Jason Yoss. I'm here today with Ellen Patterson. Ellen, how you doing?
I'm good, Jason. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Thanks for coming on. So Ellen's been in the real estate world for quite some time, but you weren't always a real estate agent. You were an investor before, correct? Tell me how or why you made that transition.
Well, I've started investing in real estate in the 90s in multi-unit property, and back then, a lot of multi-unit properties, and that's what's paid for my daughter's college education and private school education. And then I was also in the business world in a sales and marketing capacity, and I used to train people on sales and marketing and networking and business development, but always been an investor along that time span. And so about a little over 5 years ago, I decided to get my license and marry the two together, because I've always been passionate about real estate, and I don't have to be worrying about leaving my kids' swim meets in order to show a property or hold an open house, and it's perfect.
In the fact that you already knew a lot about the industry, and then when you made the transition, what's the biggest difference or change now that you are actually working for clients instead of buying for yourself?
Well, I tended to be very decisive about my decisions, my investment decisions, and my buying decisions. And so sometimes, and just also learning to look at a house through other people's eyes instead of just my eyes, because everybody's got different tastes, right? And always just trying to put myself in their place in terms of, whether or not they would like this style of home, or whether or not they want to be near the ocean. Is air conditioning important to them? So,
What's the biggest takeaway from your previous career into now your real estate agent career?
well, in my previous career, it was selling and marketing to other businesses. And it is, despite all the sales training that I had and marketing coaching, learning to then sell to an individual is different. And there are different techniques involved. But the biggest thing, honestly, is just having relationships with people. And it's really not necessarily for me about selling. I mean, especially when I represent buyers, it's about solving a jigsaw puzzle, right? And then with listings, just making the home, helping my clients make the home as appealing to everyone as possible, to depersonalize it. And it's a lot of fun, and there's nothing else I'd rather do. I mean, I can look at houses all day long and be happy.
There's nothing better than when you have and my hobby is also real estate. So
Yeah, I go on vacation and I look at houses.
it's a curse that we all have in the industry. We're always looking at houses, and our significant others are like, "Aren't you off?" And like, no, I'm still doing what I love. So, Ellen, I love that feedback. I love to hear that, and I think our audience out there will be able to appreciate a lot more that behind-the-scenes look at how you started your career as an agent. Everybody else, thank you so much for tuning in. Ellen, thanks for being here, and
Thanks
we'll
for
talk to
having
you
me.
next week.
Okay.